Three queens, no cap, no stall. Step aside, here come the LOLCOW dolls. Beans on deck, I bring the spice. Slick talk, sharp tone, never play nice. Timeline tight, I write the fight. Feeding on clout day and night. Name sweet tea, sugar and fire. Draw so sweet, but I'll raise it higher. Boots click loud, grace and grit. Bless your heart, but don't throw a fit. Flame red pigtails, twist and tease. Drama queen, I do it with ease. Snap like thunder, I light the scene. Cute chaos, call me the meme. We the LOLCOW dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean, sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Feeding frenzies, fire and flare. We flip your feed, we're everywhere. Bold and bad, sweet with sting. 3 doll names, 1 royal ring. We the LOLCOW dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean, sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. Feeding frenzies, fire and flare. We flip your feed, we're everywhere. Bold and bad, sweet with sting. 3 doll names, 1 royal ring. We the LOLCOW dolls, top of the thread. Drag with style, every post gets read. Bean, sweet tea, pigtails on call. Spilling truth, no fear, we ball. LOLCOW dolls, lace and steel. Telling tales, keeping it real. LOLCOW dolls, full reveal. Internet shook, we the deal. LOLCOW dolls. Lost and still, telling tales, keeping it real. LOLCOW dolls, full reveal. Internet shook, we the deal. Dolls.
Welcome all of you Barbie brats and bros. Welcome to LOLCOW dolls. Now today's Throwback Thursday. Do I look throwbacky enough for you? I wish somebody would throw out my back, I'm just saying. But I got the eyeliner. Makes my eyes look very small. I don't know how you guys did your makeup this way. I tried to do a little bit of a smoky eye. Did not really go the way that I planned. Whenever I think of throwback, sometimes I think cheerleader for some reason. So I got the bow, kind of big hair. We got a little bit of this like little Y2K little shirt going, looking like I'm gonna be part of the Spice Girls or something. But other than that, welcome to Thursday. Tomorrow is... Girl, you got your stream on. Let me deafen myself real quick. So today is Throwback Thursday. Tomorrow is going to be the 4th of July Friday, and I am so freaking excited. I'm so excited. What are you guys doing for 4th of July? We would love to know. But other than that, so what are we going to talk about for this Throwback Thursday? We're going to talk about ketchup, but not just any ketchup. Do you remember the colored ketchup that used to be in the stores? The orange one, the green one. I think there was a purple one, but I'm not sure. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about some games that were popular back in the day. And we have Sweet Tea, who's probably going to have to answer to something she said yesterday, because Queens responded and they had a little bit more tea that I was not privy to. So let's get into it and let's talk to Miss Sweet Tea herself. Sweet Tea, how's it going? Especially since yesterday.
It's going all right.
Oh, it's going. It's going.
As might been popping off on me, I seen where one of Red Skull said that it was going to be on the docket, so.
My lighting's horrible today. I don't know what is going on. But I look in yellow. But when it comes to what happened yesterday. What happened? I thought you were gonna hop up on Queens.
Decided against it, especially where he was saying that I was like on fentanyl and I was a bad parent and that he wished I was dead. You know,
He said
I
that.
kind of, yes, he said all that. And also, you know, whenever he was messaging me and he showed those messages from Discord, he was asking me to tell Tina, like, talk shit about her son and tell her that she's a drug addict and selling pills. And it's like, why even fuck with somebody, especially that's as close to you as Tina is supposed to be to Mike? I don't want to make him any money, especially when he said he didn't want to come on our show to make us money.
I mean, that's true, but it's Mike and we know what we're dealing with. But when it comes to like him telling you what to say to Tina, don't you think that they've been working together long enough and Tina already knows the whole rendezvous when it comes to Mike? Like, don't take anything personally.
She seems to take the kid thing pretty personally. I think to be like the only line that she's put in the sand.
That's true. But real quick, we have Linny Cunt. Oh, I love that name. Lily Cunt, thank you so much for the 3 months. Sweet tea, accountability, since when? We have a Big Show 88 with the membership for 3 months. Have a good show, ladies. Thank you so much, Big Show. Big Show, good show. And we have Miss Tina D in the chat saying facts. That's probably to me saying that they have worked together for a long time, so she probably knows what comes with the job. But we also have Gidgy. Gidgy has been very talkative in chat saying that, hey, we're here. We saw our name in the title, so we're gonna watch. Do you want to start off with the whole Queen situation, or do you want to talk about Ketchup?
Let's start off with the Queen situation, get it over with.
Get it out of the way and get it over with. Okie dokie. Let me pull them up real quick. Not them. Pull up the clip. I'm not sure if they're gonna come up to say their piece, but if they want to, maybe they're a little bit different. Exactly. They're a little bit different than Mike, who did not want to give any sort of attention to you, especially what you did yesterday. But should we start off with the clips or should we start off with the screenshots? Because that's what you were talking about yesterday. You were talking about being in DMs with him, that he barely talked to you, that he just said, hey, pop in. I think you're really caught up with the word pop in. You said that pop in seemed like very like whatever.
Well, play the voice message he sent that says pop into him that come in like 45 minutes once the show started. And he said, stay there, talk shit to Tina, and then leave, and then come back in like 15, 20 minutes. That's what he said in the voice message.
In the DMs.
Yeah, that he posted.
Okay, so we can see right here. Let me bring this up real quick. So we can see right here, he shows his screen. It's a little bit hard to see for a lot of people, but it says, hey, sweet tea, would something. Queens a few times tonight to fuck with Tina. We already went through that a little bit. You said, yeah, sounds really fun. So just pop in and say things like, Tina, guess what? Mike said, since I'm doing so well. Okay, so I remember whenever you showed this message, you showed this message from Mike up here. You didn't show what you said down here.
Show anything.
No,
I didn't show any of those messages.
Then that's even, well, you talked about this one. You said word for word what he said up here, talking about like, oh, just pop in, like fuck with Tina, that sort of thing. But you never showed the thing that you said in response. And I think that's the
It never showed any of that. I wrote down what that he messaged me at 12:48 and the one from 12 or 5:40, and I wrote down the one where I was telling him about where I would pop in at 7 because I wouldn't be there in time, and shit happened, and I didn't get home till fucking 8:45. Like, I don't understand why he doesn't. And he had blocked me right before 8.
He blocked it's like you right before 8. You said,
yeah.
Okay. So were you watching Queens? Did you hear anything that he said at all?
No. After all the fucking shit that he said about me being like a drug addict and fucking fentanyl and goddamn wishing I was dead. Like, I don't ever want to talk to this nasty fuck ever again.
So, okay, let us just play the clip. I think that we're gonna get nowhere with this conversation. Let's just play the clip.
Oh,
they were very upset about that, Mike. Ooh.
Sorry about it. I hope she dies. I don't give a fuck. Look here, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck about her if she lives or dies tomorrow. I don't care if her fucking husband finds her an overdose of fucking fentanyl tonight. Fuck her. I don't give a shit. Cry about it all the fuck you want to. Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, that's what he said.
Y'all think I give a fuck? Fire me. Throw me out of the fucking LCU. I don't give a fuck. Fuck her. Die in your fucking bed, you cunt. How about that?
I like it.
Well,
I don't care. Fuck these bitches.
What is this in
I
the
didn't show up to
background?
one of his shows. I'm not even fucking employed by him. I don't know why he thought he had so much power over me.
I mean, I think he was just asking you to come on, you know, like help them out a little bit. And the fact that you didn't show up kind of left a bad taste in his mouth.
He got fucking. I've never seen no one that fucking upset. I've never heard someone wish that I was dead either.
Ever?
Because I wasn't able to make it to his fucking show. That's like beyond ridiculous.
Okay, well let's see what else he says.
She's talking shit about Mike.
I don't backtrack shit. Fuck her. She's a cunt bag fucking bitch. I asked her to come on the show yesterday, and she said she was gonna fucking come on to the fucking show by 7 o'clock, and she fucking ignored me. So I blocked the bitch, and I said in the fucking Discord, not to that cunt directly, I said, fuck her, die, as a fucking, like, comment. Cry about it, and then die, because I don't give a fuck.
You ain't gotta get louder. I just want your dick.
Oh,
Fuck off,
Jesus
Tina.
fucking Christ. Anyway.
Tina, what are we doing here, Tina? So
Thank God that I fucking didn't show up, because this man is clearly a lunatic.
you think that he's
I don't
want to
be associated with him. I don't like the shit that he's done in his past either, and I'm not even going to bring it up because I'm a fucking lady, but he's a sick man.
Take the mic just a little bit farther away from your skin. I think it's like hitting your cheek and it's like rubbing up against it. But other than that, so yeah, of course, who really likes Mike? I don't know. A lot of people, you know him from what he did in the past. Not that, but you know, the thing that he did with his father. But he kind of has a little bit of a point, you know. There should have been a little bit more not about the whole dying part. No. The whole part about like communication. He was just probably upset. There could have been, at least in the span of the 5 hours or however long you actually had since like Sunday. So you had until Sunday to kind of figure that out with him. And there's just very little communication. I think a lot of people, whenever they have something big planned and it doesn't go their way, sometimes they do, you know, crash out just a little bit. But when it comes to the way that he reacts, that's a little much.
He clearly, like, I don't know, the way he reacted about me showing up, it's like if you felt that way about me from fucking, you had to have felt that way about me from jump. Like, he was clearly just trying to use me for whatever little clout I fucking had. He's a fucking monster.
So, there is something else that he says here. He says, Mike said to... Okay, I think we already got to that part. Apparently there's...
both look like old-timey cheerleaders.
Old-timey cheer. I didn't even know you had a bow in your hair. Oh gosh, we didn't even plan this.
No, we're gonna have a nice family night where Daddy and Mommy on the couch. Look, Daddy looks like he might have already gotten busy beforehand. Mike, you want to explain the white stain on the shirt?
Anyway, okay, I went out to eat with Bridget for the show. I went to a Mexican restaurant.
Banana slice. That is amazing. Keep it going. Mayway, I will have music tomorrow. I promise. That's the one thing I need to download are the music, the songs. And we're working on a new...
I think that timestamp was not the correct one. But anyways, we also have Mike says only Beans and Glammy can talk shit on him and he praises them. Oh, let's listen to some praise. Maybe a little bit of positivity today.
All right.
You heard that, right? Everyone else heard that. So right there, she says he's harassing at this point. Hang on.
That wasn't me. It was the
This
Discord
isn't harassing. This is trying to
Thank
get
you,
our
Glammy.
attention so that we
Yes.
see what happens.
Mr. Boom Boom
He's
Town,
spurging
one
out.
super
He's
chat
spurging
to
out.
$1,000.
Behind the camera yesterday at 5:45 p.m. Are you able to call in?
Oh my God,
Two
my
blocked
Jonathan just
messages,
shit his
so he got
pants.
blocked
What the
eventually.
fuck is going on in this
So
household?
yeah, I
Okay.
think-
He's really scared you're gonna whoop his ass.
So I've got one more clip where they continue to talk shit not only on our show, but on Mike. A personal attack on Mike.
Listen, Beans,
And Beans, listen.
Beans and Glammy can say whatever they want. I like them
look,
both.
they
so.
were obviously I'm razzing Beans. Beans wasn't. They were trying to get content.
I love them
Yes,
both.
I do too.
I love them both. They're very-
Flip-flopper.
Listen, Beans has only ever been that Tina, you fucking cow.
I'm just trying to.
What did you just say, sweetie?
Flopper.
Who are you talking to?
They all are. Because Mike was talking shit about you not showing up to a show either yesterday, wasn't he?
I mean, yeah. Kind of, yeah.
And he's like,
He was
oh,
saying
yeah.
that to everybody, like basically us, but also like the entire LCU, because that was like one of his plans as well, like the intervention part, right? Like, oh, Tina, she's like not doing so good, like she lost her spark. Come in, not harass. Sorry, the word got in my brain because we've been listening to people say the word over and over and over again. But come in, talk to Tina, say she lost her spark. Try to get that spark back, let her know how great she is, but she needs to do a little bit better. So that was one of his
My
ideas.
job or responsibility to make Tina do better on her show. Why would Mike even ask me to do this? Is what doesn't make sense to me.
Why would
Especially
you
since
say
he hates me
yes?
so fucking bad. And especially before when he was saying, oh, I can't wait for the allegations against me to come up. He said that before he even asked me to come on his show.
Yeah,
So I think
because
he's
that's
doing
like
this
your
to get
whole-
clout for his fucking show.
Why are we doing anything in the LCU? Of course it's for clout, and of course it's to, promote our show and whatever. But if you go on, Queens has way more followers than us. Queens have people that support Queens very well. Like, in general, it helps their show, but it also helps ours. That's like the whole point of the LCU. You scratch my back,
Yeah.
I'll scratch yours. That's why we have the whole redirect thing going on, right?
It is, but everyone knows that shit fucking happens. Like, Jesus Christ. What more could I
Shit
I could have messaged him
happens.
and said, yeah, I wasn't going to be on the show or whatever, but I was going through it, man. And he's not like my fucking boss. We could have rescheduled or whatever. He could have just said, okay, you're not reliable. I'll never let you on Queens again. I don't want to fucking be on Queens. I don't want to be a fucking host on Queens.
Well, nobody said that you were gonna host Queens.
And Gidgy saying that she fucking gave me so many opportunities, I'm still fucking hung up on that. Because that was a fucking retarded statement.
Why?
She's never given me what fucking opportunity did Gidgy give me?
I think she means like the opportunity to like you, or the opportunity for like seeing some sort of growth from you, that sort of thing. Not like giving you an opportunity to be on a show or anything like that, but opportunity to just like, oh, like I like Sweet Tea. Like in the beginning, like the whole thing, a lot of people were saying in the beginning, they probably didn't like you, like everybody in the LCU, right? Our reputations go up and down like a roller coaster every single day. But the idea of like, oh, I didn't like this person at first, but now I do. The opportunity to like you. And I think that's what she was trying to say, but how is that stupid?
She gave me opportunities, Beans.
To do better.
That does.
Girl, I could do that too.
That's like saying I gave Mike opportunities.
Yeah.
That'd be the same thing.
I don't get this
doesn't make
line
any
of
sense.
reasoning.
It doesn't make any sense. She didn't give me no fucking opportunities. What, for me to do better? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Opportunity for me to do better? She hasn't gave me shit.
I think we're talking past each other. So whenever you meet somebody for the first time, you're gonna go on a date, okay? You have a little Tinder date, you give somebody the opportunity to impress you, right? But it's not like you're actually giving them something physical. You're just like, oh, I'm giving you an opportunity to go on a date with you. I'm giving you the opportunity to impress me. I'm giving you the opportunity to see if you can dig me down right. Those are opportunities that she's talking about, like metaphorical opportunities. But she saw over and over again, I guess, that she feels that you are not going to improve, or that you're not the type of person to be on a show, maybe. And she just feels that way. So she's like, oh, I'm going to give up on her.
If she said it like that, it would have been fine, but the way she said it was just odd to me. That's all.
I think it's just missing a lot of context. The way that she said it is like, oh, I'm done giving her opportunities, and you like, because it's a show, they obviously don't want to talk about it the entire time, but they want to move on, right? Just like whenever people say things on a show, they say one thing and then they say another thing, and then people try to correlate those things, and it's like, no, I'm making like different statements, and those different statements have different meanings, but I'm not going to sit here and like word for word explain everything that I mean, right? That's why a lot of times we have receipts to like back up what we're trying to say, or we have to stop, take the time, and usually we use like viewers because nobody fucking cares. But let's see what else she has.
Beans has only ever been nice to me.
Powerpuff, thank
and,
you for the
you know,
gifted.
I respect
Cordial, not
her.
nice.
You lost one of your necks back here, bro. Where'd it go?
I just gotta sit up and it will.
Oh, okay.
I have no problem with Beans. Me and Glammy had some back and forth at the wedding. We talked, we squashed it. I like Glammy. I don't know Sweet Tea, and I would never will.
You don't want to. She's from Virginia, and she's Puff's her
You know
first
what?
cousin.
There's nothing.
She seems like she's a member of the wonderful Wild Whites of West Virginia.
When I
She
first
is.
met her, she wanted to
Jesus.
have she wanted a black slave to beat her while you fucked her
I'm
ass.
hoping.
Okay, let's
Jesus.
not-
I'm hoping.
Jesus. Okay, they said
Y'all think that I'm the one that makes allegations. That was like freaking 10 in a row. And that's not accounting all the ones he said on fucking Discord.
well, he basically said the same thing that he did on Discord, the whole like dive. But he's adding on to it a little bit more now.
Hoping you guys
Right
can
up his
hear
head.
this one a little bit better, but they are just so damn quiet, y'all. But let's
Mr.
try.
Jappy.
I messaged him. I said, I don't think I'm going to be back till maybe 7. To let him know so that he could plan for something else. And I mean,
But then you
I
said
missed
that
the
you
judge
could
of the
talk
time.
about- you could talk about this, that, and the third, so it sort of sound like you would be there. I don't know.
shit,
Make sure my dog
dude,
eats
I
my head.
didn't get to come.
All right, she's boring
It's-
me. I'm sorry.
shouldn't
I had to
be
stop
freaking
it. I
death
couldn't
threat
even listen to the
work.
whole
I
clip
messaged him, I
because.
said, I don't think I'm going to be
So
back till
she's
maybe
trying to
7.
say that she
let
never
him know
told
so that
you
he
she
could plan
would
for
do
something
this.
else,
Here's
and I
my
mean- She still has
problem
it
with
playing.
this.
She still has it playing in the background. I think Gidgey's still new. Gidgey gets to make a few mistakes, you know, especially being so new, an intern so quickly, and then being thrown into the OBS runner of Queens and having to deal with Tina. That's not easy. Not easy at all. But let me see if there's any sort of super chats that I've been missing. Ooh. People be talking. We have Mr. Boom 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 with the 4.99 saying, I flash my badge at the gate. The guards let me in. Detective Twiggy has been gone for 2 weeks. Only witness, Steak, his best friend and lover. Ooh, best friend and lover? This is
That's
interesting.
hot.
Oh my goodness. Now
Has Twiggy really been gone? Oh, is he going to the party?
Twiggy's not going to the party. This is just the daily LARPing that Mr. Boom Boom does. Keeps me entertained. You know, he makes little stories in the super chats and it gives people something else to hang on to. We also have AMAC Talkin' Smack for the membership for 4 months. Thank you so much, AMAC. Beans, I sent you a new song, one with no names, because your co-hosts leave quicker than a dad that left for milk and cigs. Thank you so much, AMAC. Yes.
Ain't that the truth?
We need a very generic song because you never know what's going to happen. We have FKA, the Ghetto Basement. Excuse me? Why your basement ghetto? We have the 5. Mike wasn't wrong. You act like you're something big in the LCU. You're another Keem charity case.
Oh, yeah, that's why freaking Mike had this nervous breakdown about me showing up to his shitty little show.
What does that have to do with being a charity case?
Apparently I'm worth something, or Mike wouldn't have fucking A, wanted me on there, B, fucking had this much of a breakdown because I didn't show up. And still trying to ride off of it by talking about it. It's common sense.
Well, we have AMAC Talkin' Smack with another 5. Thank you so much, AMAC. Get some thick skin or you're not going to last, sweet tea. My friends used to tell me F off and die all the time. It's not that serious.
Know him. He is not my friend.
I mean, I hear it all the time in the Discord and I hear it all the time in the chat. It's just whenever...
That's not supposed to be allowed on YouTube, though. Is it?
Are you gonna police every no name with the username 223 go kill yourself Elaine?
I'm not going to, but I mean, hell, it's supposed to be a safe Discord. That's supposed to be a safe fucking place on YouTube. He said some pretty outlandish shit. And even this kind of the stuff that they say that I made allegations for were what people fucking took my words as and fucking turned them into something else. Like, I fucking said that I felt weird about the whole some random dude offering to fly me over to see King Cobra or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. To Billy in a private message. And that turned into me publicly saying the name of the guy and that he was a sex trafficker. Like, that never fucking happened.
Okay.
And here's freaking Mike actually saying what he fucking truly means and making severe allegations against me. Like,
we have Megan Rowland with the $1.99. Thank you so much, Megan. Sweet tea, forever a drama queen. That would make her a perfect doll for the dollhouse. We live
Milltown
for the drama.
super chatted $10.
TTS.
Please pull in Gigi.
Please pull in Gigi. Let's go through some of these super chats and then we will let her roll as much as possible. So we have FKA, the ghetto basement with the 2. You have no clout and you're never gonna be. Ooh. We have FKA actually becoming a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member, a cash cow member, matter of factly, you.
Desperate whore.
Sicilian princess with the membership. Welcome to Ban World, you.
Desperate whore.
And also they use their 1 month chat to say, are you going to be in New York Beans tomorrow? Maybe, maybe not. Why would you want to know? Yes, I'm going to the 4th and I'm very excited. This is the first time I'm going to be traveling alone. I probably shouldn't say that. I'm going to have security guards nearby me at all times. And I also have my pepper
trained ex-military.
Trained ex-military. I learned a thing or two from Ken whenever I was at the cafe. So we have Mama's the Bomb with the 2. Gigi in waiting. Yes, we're going to bring in Gigi, but let me make sure that we get through these so we don't have any interruptions. We have FK, the ghetto basement with the 5. Sweat Tea is a doll, a Chucky doll. The only reason dolls is a thing is due to Beans and Brantley. Your head is way too big looking for how you do. I liked how that read. We have Mr. Boom 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 with the $4.99. He says, as I walk through the abandoned house, I remember Detective Twiggy had a hobby, ghost hunting. An old woman, Roxy, comes through the wall and lies. Oh, she's a ghost. What happened to Roxy? I don't know. We have Maui with the membership for the Ban World. Thank you so much, Maui.
Whore.
And we also have Buff Weeb with the 2. You didn't really just say shitty little show. Did he say shitty little show, Sweet Tea?
Well, you know, if he's this upset for me not fucking showing up, it must be a shitty little show.
Oh, girl. Ooh, girl. Do we need to pull up the leaderboard? I think so. Leaderboard.
Saying yesterday how their show wasn't shit.
Leaderboard. Where are the queens? Well, here, leaderboard is telling me that Queens is number 2 in the complete ranking with 1,347.60. We also have gifted memberships. Queens is number 1 with a whopping 330. And we also have the breakdown with Queens at number 3 with 1 crown, 9 pay pigs, and 320 cash cows. Give it up for Queens because their shitty little show seems like it's doing shittily well.
Yesterday, how you went on a whole spiel about how their show is number 1 now because it was the first of the month, and how their show is failing. You forget saying that yesterday? Why are you trying to come up fight me about this?
Who am I fighting? Am I being harassy towards you, Sweet Tea? I'm just doing my job and being on the show. I'm adding some content here. I'm basically the little doll mini Keemstar. Here's my beard.
Aww.
We have Milltown with the 10. Thank you so much, Milltown. Please pull in Gigi. I'm getting to it. We have Mr. VNM1 with the $4.99. Thank you so much. T, you don't get it. You Amber Heard Billy as you Amber Heard Billy. As a man, I would have leaked DMs as well. Ooh. We have Megan Rowland with the $1.99. Girl, how did you get through high school at Sweet Tea? Yeah, it's not hard to get through high school. What is it? The no kid left behind thing that they're doing now. It doesn't matter how good or bad you are. They try to push you through the system. Not saying that that's what happened to you, sweet tea. Just saying that it's not that hard. Plus, like, the thing is, girl, she's here. Where are you? We also have Mr. Boom Boom Pow with the 4.99. As I run from the nasty old ghost, I fall through the floor. Detective Twiggy is locked away. Steak on the other side of the room. Zeta Ray with him. Now we have Zeta Ray in the mix. Hell yeah, I wonder where this is gonna go. Now we are going to pull in Gidgy because I'm sure Gidgy has a lot to say. Hi, Gidgy.
Hey, oh, wait a minute. I got unmuted auto. I love that.
You need to show me how
Little
that's done because that
picture's
never
supposed to
happens to
be.
me.
I don't know. Wow. That's amazing. Sorry, I was looking at my thing. Y'all don't mind. I'm not going to turn my cam on because holy shit, it's kind of scary right now in this house. We're getting ready for something. So I've got tarps being put up. But
I understand.
anyway, and I have this window behind me and I have blinds ordered and drapes. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Hi, ladies. How are you?
Good morning.
I'm
Welcome to
feeling
the
good.
dollhouse.
Thank you so much. It is such, first of all, thank you for the pleasure of being here. I am so thrilled to be here with you two. Hi, sweet tea.
Hi, Gidgy.
How you doing?
I'm feeling pretty good today.
Why do I get the feeling I'm getting from you when you talk to someone, you feel they're standoffish? And look, I don't blame you for being standoffish with me. I don't. Because I said some ugly things, but did you hear anything I said? And when I say hear, look, I'm not here to attack you. I'm not here to make you feel like shit.
I think about Mike and what he said about me. That's what I'd like to know first.
I think he overstepped. How about that? I don't think it was unsafe. I think if you saw my t-shirt, look, we're old school. You're a young, sweet girl. And look, you know that, you know Kobe, you know a lot of these people. Come on. We all know that you say shit like, just go fucking die. You know, it's gamers. Now, have you ever gamed? Huge in the gaming industry. I'm not making excuses. I'm just saying it's a generational thing. And here in the LCU, you got a lot of old school gamers. All right. You got Boogie. You got, a lot of these people, they're old school. And they used to call each other
from
all
Kid Behind the
kinds of-
Camera on Discord saying, I'll literally get fired and never say sorry, laugh my ass off. Never. Fuck her. I don't give a fuck if this bitch drops dead live on show right now.
Right. And
he's been saying that.
Do you
over
understand?
And over.
Hang on. Do you understand? Let's break that down. Let's break that down. He doesn't care if you drop dead. That's not saying I want you to kill yourself. Okay, YS. I want in Minecraft. I want, that's not saying that. He's just saying, look, I care.
He's saying that
hang on. I want to try
airplane flight was freaked me out, but people turned that into sex trafficking.
Okay, well, hang on. Listen. I want to explain something to you. Please. When I said I want to be your friend yesterday in Discord and you didn't respond to me, I know you think it was a troll. It's not. I want to be your friend. Listen to me. Mike said he doesn't care if you die or not. What that means to Mike and to everyone else is you are so insignificant or so unimportant to him that he doesn't care if you're alive or you're dead. You don't matter to him. Now, let me explain something else to you that I don't. Let me explain something to you that I don't think you know. All right. Mike and Keem are pretty much equal players in this universe. It's Keem's universe 100%. But you have to I promise, don't look at me like that. Mike is see, she doesn't know who Kid Behind the Camera is. So he's running two
I know
shows.
he had Milkers and Queens, right?
She yelled at me whenever I said, hey, Mike is the guy that runs Queens. And
I thank God every day that Mike doesn't run the show.
Okay. Oh, be careful what you wish for because Keem could make that happen real quickly.
Brantley wouldn't let that happen.
Wanna bet? Anyway, listen, nobody wants to beat you up except for maybe Mike in Minecraft. But you have to understand, we Queens is a different show than what you do here. What we do, Sweet Tea, over on Queens is we want to entertain you for 2 hours. We don't really go by a script or a docket or anything like that. We kind of cook together, me and Tina. That's what we do. Mike comes in and throws it in. So the idea of you coming up there was several things. First of all, you were hot in the LCU. So everyone wanted you, right? Because you bring hate donors. That's great. That's awesome. Embrace that shit, right? But also it would have given you so much exposure because you are on a show with so many more people than you have here. So yes, Mike had every right to say what he said when he said a small show. Granted, he flavored it up and did it his own way. That's Mike. Whatever.
Up there saying that I was on fentanyl and that I was a bad parent
Who
in the
cares?
Discord.
Who cares?
Those are serious accusations
But
made
if
against
it's not
about
true.
a public fucking figure, dude.
Do you know
That's the
how
same
much
kind of
it
shit
takes
that
to
I'm
kill
getting
a
in trouble
person?
for,
Like a
and he's actually the one
Listen.
saying it.
Listen, sweet tea. You're not on fentanyl. You're not a bad parent, right? Those two things are not true, correct?
Exactly. So it's a fucking false
Okay.
allegation.
Or he's just fucking with you. Do you think we really think that Tina pimps her son out or sells pills to people? No, we just fuck with her. It's humor. Have you ever, I'm going to ask you a serious question. Have you ever had a real job, like a job outside of the house?
Yes.
Honest question.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I used
All
to
right.
work at a sandwich place.
Okay, all
for a
right.
long
Okay,
time.
cool. So you understand when you went to work, you'd work your shift and then you were off and it was done and you didn't worry about it until you went back to work the next day, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. And that's true, May. You're right, May Way. I see that. But here in the LCU, something I think a lot of people forget is it's not just 2 hours, right? It's as much time as you can get in front of there because you want to grow. You never want to stop growing. You want to get your face out there. You want to get your name out there. And trust me, you've done a great job of that. Embrace that shit, girl. Ride it. But you got to get thicker skin. You've got to get thicker skin. Realize, number one, the LCU is the safest place I've ever been in. And I've been gaming for 20 fucking years on the internet. So I'm going to tell you right now, that is the safest Discord. Yes, I've played WoW for, anyway, we'll talk later.
Wait,
we'll
you're
talk
playing
later.
WoW?
I know. I've played WoW that's where my name, anyway, yes, I'm a huge WoW player. Huge, my whole life. So anyway, past 15
The
years.
goblin girl with beans. Go running around.
Or Goblin Guild.
Yeah.
Looting.
Yes. Oh, but
There you go.
continue.
Anyway,
continue.
so yeah, sorry, I saw it the other night and I meant to talk to you, but anyway, I'm old. I lost my train of thought. Sweet tea, everyone in the world is not here against you, but you got to get thicker skin. And you can't say, here's the problem, what you're doing. And I don't think you understand this as such a young lady, that you're making accusations. So look, King Scott, that was one of your crowns, right? That was, so you know that's a big donator. You're in business. You've had a job. You understand when the customer comes in and asks for his sandwich, you're nice to him. Even if he says, fuck you, bitch. You're still nice to him. I'm going to pause because Mr. Boom Boom has got the rest of the story. Love the story.
Oh, we love the story.
Or do you want me
too.
to? Yes,
No,
I've been watching.
Wait, did you like the story he did yesterday on the SS Queens?
Loved it. I loved the SS Queens. I loved the SS Queens. I told him today, and then, yes, sorry.
Okay, so we
We'll
have
get back to
Mr.
this. Go ahead.
Boom Boom Pow with the $4.99. Thank you, Boom Boom. Zeta reveals she has a ghost possession on stake. All she wants is their show, that or Jethro. Either hand the stream key over or Twiggy and Steak go. Interesting. We also have T-Berry with the 5. Are you gonna go real life, Sweet Tea, with all these accusations since they're so heinous?
I'm not that kind of person. Unless I truly felt like somebody was gonna really hurt me in real life, I wouldn't do that.
Okay,
Now,
do you
with
feel
that
like
being-
anybody would hurt you in real life? Do you think anybody would go in real life on you?
I wouldn't know.
Did you ever feel
I
like,
wouldn't know.
do you feel like anybody would go in real life when it came to the whole Cobra thing?
You're trying to set me up.
I'm asking you questions, my love.
Hang on. Don't think. Stop. Drop
With the whole
walls.
Cobra thing, let me say, the whole Cobra thing, I wanted that whenever I messaged Billy, that was me drawing a line in the sand saying I felt uncomfortable, don't let it happen again. I'm not on board anymore. So no, I wouldn't think that they would do anything in real life unless I was going along with it, and I made damn sure to tell them that I wouldn't go along with that kind of stuff.
What were you gonna say, Gidgy? Because I think I know what you were gonna say, and I think that I agree. So
Go, please, because I forgot I'm old.
Even yesterday, let me say this. Even yesterday, I said on the show that I felt bad for ruining you and Tina's show, and that I was going to come on probably and apologize to you and Tina for ruining the show. But after all of Mike's shit, I just fucking don't want him to ever think about me again.
Why didn't you
and I
go
get
and
that.
apologize just to Tina and Gidgee if you truly cared?
We
Because
really did have the show. Listen to me. I was an intern, and so I was so excited. I was going to reach out to you, but I didn't want to DM you and make you think, I didn't want to, but I was going to tell you, look, this is going to be so funny because Tina hates you. And listen, I was going to tell you to
and I've
go
been on
at
the
me.
show and done very well on Queens before, especially when I was an intern. There was a bunch of fan videos and stuff of me fussing with Tina. I was all for it at first. And it was really just bad circumstances. Like, I really just got freaking caught in a storm. My mom couldn't drive.
Look, and again,
it was like nothing I could do.
But at that point, since you had your phone, just as from a professional, if you were working for the sandwich shop and you had told the boss, hey, I'll pick up that extra shift. I know it's not mine, but I'm going to pick up that extra shift. Then if you couldn't and you got stuck in the storm, you would still call the boss and say, oh, damn, I'm stuck in a storm, man. I wish I could have picked it up. I know it's not my job. I was going to do it, but I'm sorry. Do you see that point?
Definitely. I should have messaged and told him that I wasn't going to be there.
Okay, beautiful. But
it just didn't happen.
And I understand that. And the problem that's upsetting everyone is the fact that you're very aloof about it, very not interested. Like, oh, fucking well, I didn't get to it. Oh, well, this is my job, not that. Fuck you. That's where people were like, whoa, wait a minute. You just disrespected one of the big guys in the LCU, and you don't even think he deserves a oops, sorry. That's what upset people. Do you get that?
At 8:00.
I get
and
it.
And then started talking shit, like the worst shit I've fucking ever seen on here.
Listen, I'm not going to condone that one way or the other, but what I will say is, at 8:00, the show was over. He realized you no-call, no-showed, and what does a boss do when you no-call, no-show? A professional boss would just fire you, right? A professional boss would have just fired you. We are not professionals here in the LCU. We're LOLCOWs. So we tell you, gee, I hope you don't die today. Look, it's a joke. And I don't expect you to listen to me from Adam. I'm brand new in the LCU. But one thing I am is I'm a 55-year-old seasoned woman that's been in the professional world for a long time. I see a spark in you, young lady. You are able to take the hate and run with it. And you've got this way of just being very, I don't know, but I'm here for it. I am here for it. Quit thinking Beans is against you, though. You need someone to trust, and Beans should be the one person you can confide in. Tell her, hey, I feel like you're attacking me. She's not, though. I promise. All we want to do is make you better. We want to make you so people don't think we want you out. Nobody wants you gone. They're fucking with you. They're going to hurt you hard. Talk to Zay. Zay had people telling her to go KYS and Minecraft on the daily. So I don't feel any sympathy for anyone because I watched what Zay went through and it was fucking rough. It was rough. So
that's why I try to look up to Zay a lot because of that, because of how hard she had it and how good she does now.
Yes, and listen to what she says. But you realize they have lists they're posting in Discord of things like, accused Brantley of bullying her for wanting to get clothes. You accuse the server of being unsafe because you're soft. The server's not unsafe. The server's safe. It is so safe, girl. And when we say things like that, I'm going to use my Xylee word. It's the optics. It's how we make people look. And then people are like, oh, I don't want to be in that Discord. But our Discord is great. The dolls, I am so proud of the dolls. Fucking Discord is hopping. They're playing games in there at 4:00 in the fucking morning. Do y'all know that? They're on at the ass crack of dawn. But yeah.
God damn. Yeah. And y'all not playing WoW with me? They did see me crash out really bad because of WoW. I've been trying to get off the island. It's been very hard. But you mentioned a list in the Discord, and it's been getting longer and longer. So I actually pulled up one of those lists from Kawaii Cupcake. Hi, Kawaii, if you're listening. They said, accuse the server of doxing her for pointing out she showed her kid on test. Accuse Xylee of doxing her for saying she'd point out her shit. Accuse Billy Scott and others of prostituting her for wanting to get her a date with Cobes. Accuse King Scott of wanting to fuck Brantley because he's mad about her accusation against him. Accuse Brantley of bullying her for wanting to get her clothes. Give me a moment.
That I see as being legitimate is Brantley with the clothes. All the other ones are being stretched.
Accused Accusations against Wonder Woman because she said one thing to her about her behavior. Accuse Beans of leaving dolls because of her. Accuse someone of being in her DMs flirting because they wanted her. Accuse King Scott of being her
Show those
abuser
messages.
for being upset with her accusations. Accuse Mike of giving her death threats because he said die soon. Accuse Tina of making false allegations when she chewed her out for not showing up to a job. Accuse the server of being unsafe because she's soft. That list is now being posted multiple times. If you don't know, the thing about the Discord
Is it by King Scott?
No, it's
no,
not.
Kawaii Cupcake. I said it in the beginning. But the thing about the Discord is once you add something that's really long, what people would do is that they'll take it and they'll just repost it, kind of like a copy pasta. Some people would even mix it up and make it backwards, or some people would mix it up and put it in a whole different language. But that list has been going around and making their rounds on the Discord over and over again, and getting longer and longer.
As a lot of those have been like disproven, or like people are just wanting to attack me at this point. That's all I can say.
Do you
and I have
really
to sit
think
here
that,
and just take it.
Do you think? No, you don't. That's just it. You need to get thick skin and pick and choose your battles, because I am gaslighting a little bit. I'll be honest. You don't understand that, and that's okay, but I'm trying a different route to see if it resonates with you. I'll be 100% honest, because I do care. I care about Beans. I think she's got a lot of potential, and I want to see her have the host she deserves. And girl, do you realize the opportunity you're given? I mean, you realize how, okay. So when you think everyone's against you, but yet you say you have fans, where are your
They're
fans
all
in
hater
chat?
fans. You know how Queens, when Queens was at its peak.
Oh, I have lots
what
of
did they
haters.
have? They had a lot of hater fans for
You're going to,
the
yeah,
big one.
you're going to. But who's your core people? Who's your, like, I can point out and I can say Ricky, Dad. I can say people's names and say this person's in my corner. This person's in my corner.
Yeah,
Dawson.
Sweet tea.
Overlord seems to have fair takes on me.
Okay.
There's a lot of people. I know that you know who is in your corner, because nowadays the only people that truly comment on the video afterwards. By the way, if you're watching the VOD, hello. If you want to give a super thanks, it's going to be right down there. Give whatever you can. But a lot of people want to support you in the comments of the video. A lot of people watch probably after work or after they're busy with something, and a lot of people are saying, "Hey Beans, like you suck. Why are you not defending Sweet Tea?" And then you see that whenever I do
Sicilian
defend Sweet
Princess
Tea,
super chatted $10. Beans, you and Glammy make dolls. Sweet Tea is just a waste. And Beans, enjoy your 4th.
Thank you so much, Sicilian Princess. But I don't think that's true. I think we need a little bit of controversy every once in a while. And Sweet Tea definitely brings
That's
that.
that's the twisted side that I see. She brings the chaos that you need. You and Glammy are great. I agree. But Sweet Tea's got that air of chaos. You never know what the hell's going to come out of her mouth. And I love it.
Exactly.
I'm here for it.
But going back to the whole comments thing, there's a lot of people that are in the comments just going to bat for Sweet Tea. Those people, for example, there's like Grammy something. That person.
Yeah, she likes me.
They've been going hard. They will comment multiple times in one day, just talking about you, checking up on you, things like that, calling me a piece of garbage. Next time, get in here and send a TTS to say that on stream. But other than that, I'm not going to read any hate unless it's behind a $10 or more. But other than that,
agreed.
There are people in your corner, Sweet Tea. There's a lot of people that stick up for you, and if they don't stick up for you, they just like you because you bring the drama, and that's not a bad thing. So real quick, let me get through some of these that came in. We have we have Lunatic Froggy with the 2. Thank you so much, Lunatic. It's the words out your mouth, lollipop. Why did that sound so cute at the end? We have Bolo 1029 with the 2 that says, Sweet Tea, you have people in your corner. Exactly like Bolo. Bolo's one of those people. We have Mr.
Bolo's
Boom
good to
be. Mr. Boom Boom. You need to write a list of people. Maybe we should have like a little whiteboard.
Yeah,
for you.
That's what I was thinking. You need people that you trust that you can reach out to. Your people in the chat. That's who I'm not talking about other hosts. I'm not talking about people that are going to go either way and feed you weird stuff. I'm talking about people in the chat that have reached out to you, that you trust, that you spent time in voice chat with. I heard, and I was so excited. I heard you were a lot of fun in voice chat, that you enjoyed it, that you'd been around, that you knew what you were doing. You were cool to hang out with. What happened? Where is that sweet tea? What happened?
I'm surprised at that.
Girl, I know you could take jokes. I know you can. I don't believe that you can't take a joke. If I said, "Come on, baby girl, I'll fly your ass out there to Cobes. Let's make this work." Come on. You know I'm teasing you. Now look, I will never say what you feel or don't feel. So I get you felt a certain kind of way. Just try to tell yourself at night. Try to tell yourself thicker skin, water on a duck's back. Let it roll. Let it roll off. The most important thing I want to see before I get out of here, I want you to treat this like a J-O-B. I want you to dedicate, and this is hard because you have a life. You got a kid, you got a family, you got responsibilities. But I want you to treat this like a job. I want you to dedicate a minimum. And look, I'm putting in 12 hours a day. I want you to dedicate a minimum of 5 hours a day to this job. 5 hours. I know that's a big ask. There are some days, listen, I know there's some days you're not going to be able to do that. But there are other days, maybe you could. I want you to start watching the other shows. I would love to see this. Let me say that. I would love to see this. You want to stop getting the hate, start showing appreciation. Ignore the hate comments. When people ping you in Discord, don't respond to it. Pretend like they don't exist. That's when you message your friends. Message me, message Beans, message Brantley, message anyone that will talk to you and tell you the real truth. Like when you got in the fight with Brantley. If you had a friend to talk to, they would have said, "Hey, you're in the wrong. Go apologize." If you had a friend to talk to, they would have said, "Hey, you know what? You fucked up. Just tell Mike sorry, whatever, blow it off." You know, and that's it.
We do that with Sweet Tea, and she's a little bit stubborn, which I do understand. But, you know.
She is. But does she have that mentality that this is a job, not personal attacks? When people come at you, they're paying to come at you. You're not giving them, when you give them the attention other places, why in God's name would they pay you up here to insult you and get a rise out of you? That's your superpower. You can just go off on the most bizarre tangents that are really fun. And we're all just sitting here with our mouth open like, what the fuck are you talking about, you idiot? But don't play it. Own that. Own it. Start honing it in. You're gonna be great. Just realize the world is not against you, and we are public figures. People are gonna hate us. They're gonna love us, but the world is not against you. Reach out to those that care about you and pull your fucking head out of your ass.
That was really good advice. I really appreciated that. Thank you, Gidgy.
See, it doesn't always have to be a fight. We can have a very, very good conversation. And I just heard that Gidgy is actually a host now. She's no longer an intern, so she's going to stick around. Let's give some W's in chat for Gidgy.
I know. I was so happy for her. She said she was a host the other day. I can't remember, like yesterday or maybe the day before.
Exactly.
She deserves it.
She does. She's been working very hard. So we have Mr. Boom Boom Pow with the $4.99. Boom, boom, boom. It's a hard decision, but I agreed to hand the stream key over. Before she takes it, Steak comes to his senses and roundhouse kicks Zeta into a wall. Oh my god, now we're getting into the action part. We're at the climax. Somebody please make me climax. We have Living My Life with the Two. Walked away when Kim was talking to her. She did do that one time, but you know.
Biden choked it super chatted $10. Sweet Tea is a T3 host. Bloomin' Blumpkin. Let these hoes know who the real entertainer is. Kid behind a camera ain't got sheet on Sweet Tea.
You're probably a troll, but thank you.
Well, not everybody is a troll. Biden choked it. Nice name. Biden choked it. Probably is a very genuine person, and maybe they should go on your list. You know what Boogie did with like his wall? He like wrote supporters on his wall.
Oh yeah.
That's why I said maybe
we should do that.
Yeah, maybe you should get a little whiteboard that you can stick behind you, and you can just write the names of the people that support you. And every single day you can look at them. And whenever you get another donor that has somebody that supports you, you could write their name too. It would be very fun.
I'd love to do that. Yes, I'll do that.
We also have John Pon 09 with the $1.99. Thank you, John Pon. I'm with Sweet Tea, hashtag Fent Gang. We are not part of Fent Gang.
Jesus Christ.
TTS.
Exile Warrior super chatted $10. Morning, beautiful ladies. I'm tuning in from vacation, martini in hand, thinking about how good it's gonna feel to make beans melt when I return. I'll be back before you know it. M.I. Dulce Pecado.
My,
Oh my God.
sweet fish? What are you trying to say at that last part?
Oh yeah, that
What?
was the guy that Boom Boom was making Riz to you for, right?
Making Riz to me does not sound right. That kind of borders the line of making love, and I don't know how I feel about that. But yeah,
I use the word.
Exile Warrior with the 10 is on vacation, and so he employed Mr. Boom Boom Pow to give a little bit of a flirt sesh yesterday, but the flirt sesh divulged into something different, and then it turned from a two-way into a three-way, and kind of like a love triangle. Because then
Exile.
Eric was involved. Yeah, it was Exile and Eric. Eric was supposed to go after you, but then he started going after the both of us. We also have... What happened?
He's want his cake and eat it too.
Oh shit, I
You're
know
the
how to
cake
give
and I'm
cake.
the eating it.
What?
You'll be the cake and I'll be the eating it too part. I don't know.
That sounds like you want to eat my cake. Shifty with a
Yeah.
2. Poll in Maine about Sweet Tea must be true. I'm gonna go check that out. What poll in Maine are you talking about?
I'm wearing that dress I jumped in the creek with.
That's a creek dress? Creek
Yeah.
dress?
I was wanting to wear it on a special occasion since it's... But, you know.
Apparently there's a poll in Maine saying, have you been harassed by Sweet Tea? Half of you guys, I'm sure that you're joking. But we also have... We also have LOLCOW Gooners. LOLCOW Gooners is also a very big supporter. They said, swear to God, I was watching something completely different and autoplay sent me here. What the fuck happened to me? Beans, 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 beans. I don't know. I don't know. Ask
Either YouTube sent you here or they redirected to us. Which,
exactly. Because you love our content
that's
so
good
much.
news.
They were donating a lot yesterday. YouTube saw that and said, go straight back over there and send all your donos in. So hi, LOLCOW Gooners. Nice to see you here today. But
we're here to please the fans.
Maybe. But now that we got through some of that LOLCOW Queen drama, we can go into our Throwback Thursday. Now again, we are... Well, I am. You just look like Sweet Tea. But I'm trying to dress up a little bit like the olden
Let me put my hair up
times.
in a ponytail.
That's just gonna make you look
That'll
more
look
cheer.
better.
A lot of people haven't seen you in a ponytail, so that would be interesting. But
Okay.
yeah, I did like a little bun. I put a bowl in my hair. I did the sparkles. I did kind of like the old sort of smoky eye. I did the eyeliner that goes all around, which is not for my eye shape whatsoever. And we have this Y2K top that is showing a little bit too much and it makes me uncomfortable. And also, this shirt is not for my body because my traps are...
Mr. Boom Boom Pow won super chatted $9.99.
ETS.
Before she can get up, Twiggy cuffs her. I ask how he escaped the cage and he winks at me. They forgot to lock it. He and Steak embrace and warn me. Tomorrow the final boss, CD-ROM, is on his way.
CD-ROM is on his way. I like it more when the TTS reads out the story to me. I don't know, it does it a little bit more justice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just feels a little bit more, I don't know. It feels like an audiobook. I like the audiobook. Other than that, I only watch because Beans and Glammy make me laugh. Well, if you say that you don't get a chuckle in from Sweet Tea's like very weird stories or her weird little clips, I know that you're lying. Because sometimes she says some out-of-pocket shit. Now, speaking of out-of-pocket, what is our topic today? Oh, she doesn't have her headphones on. Our topic today, which is very out of pocket, is the colored ketchup that they used to have in the stores. Don't know why they decided to do this. I guess like back in the day, adding food coloring that could probably kill you into foods made it a little bit more fun. we had the Heinz Easy Squirt commercial that we're gonna look into right about now. When this ad just
There we
gets out of
go.
my face. Have you ever tried the colored ketchup, sweet tea?
I never got to try it. I remember distinctly my mom saying that it was too expensive when I was a kid.
Okay.
So, but I always wanted to try it. I wanted the purple one so bad.
Yeah, so I think I remember specifically the purple one and the green one. I'm pretty sure the green one was because of like the Nickelodeon slime, which the idea of eating slime is not something that I found appealing or anything green whatsoever, but you know, to each their own.
That's what I was watching something that was talking about like discontinued products, and they said that the colors were like so off-putting, especially since people started to try to eat healthier and stuff around that time.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, you know, kids, you kind of let them eat whatever they want. You just expect them to, like, in the future, just make better choices. But let's look at this Heinz Easy Squirt Ketchup. It's fun for your food, featuring Shrek 2001. I was 1 year old during this, in the USA.
5.
5? Jesus Christ.
New Heinz Easy Squirt Ketchup has a nozzle that makes it easy to draw. On food! Heinz Easy Squirt. It's fun for your food.
Watch this. Bug on a button.
Shrek, you eat some funny stuff.
It's just green.
The new limited edition Shrek Easy Squirt bottles in stores now.
It's red?
Okay.
Was the second one just red?
I think it's orange, but I'm not completely sure. Oh, I keep showing the back end. So that's the commercial. Do you remember when commercials used to be like that? Made absolute like no sense, and then they started making a little bit more sense, and I think they like all got in a meeting. They're like, remember back in the day when the commercials were just silly? And then they started doing that again, and then we got like the puppy monkey baby thing for the whole football.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't
I remember that baby that was like advertising some kind of the PlayStation and was like laughing hysterically for the PlayStation 3. And it's considered one of like the worst commercials ever.
Back in the day, commercials
You
used to
remember
be
that one?
like silly but fun. Now it's just like silly, doesn't make sense. Like, please stop, it's cringe. So the Puff Doritos were fun. Yeah, Puff Doritos commercials were fun. We should just do Throwback Thursday just commercials and like try to pick out the best jingles and whatever.
That'd be so much fun.
Next one. So real quick, there are a few donos, and surprising, not so surprising, they're from the LOLCOW Gooners. $1.99, thank you so much. Beans, I want to be in the pockets. What type of hot
Pockets?
I don't know. We also have LOLCOW Gooners with the $1.99 saying, that noise in the background was me on my way to take CD's crush. Ooh. LOLCOW Gooners, you were on Sweet Tea's team, and now it seems like you're flirting with me. What's going on? Especially me with this heinous makeup on.
Well, you got to get close to the girl's friend to date the girl, so. Right? Sometimes that happens.
That is true. That is true. So, set a goal to have Glammy, Beans, or Sweet Tea play a horror game. So, speaking of which, you don't want to see me do that. I will scream. It will not be a fun time. I will piss myself. And I would probably wear gray just to embarrass myself even more. When I get nervous, I sweat a lot. I have general anxiety. And right now, I'm probably super sweaty, but you can't tell because of the shirt that I'm wearing. But I would probably wear gray. It would be going down my arm because whenever I'm driving, it literally drips down my body, how much I sweat. Not fun. Not cute, not anything. I know Exile
Thought something
Warrior-
was wrong with me because I didn't ever sweated that much. But now that I'm an adult, I sweat a hell of a lot. So I don't know.
So another thing is that Exile Warrior, he did talk to me a little bit. He said, if you play Elden Ring, I will crown 2 dolls. And I bought it.
Ooh.
Well, I don't know why he would want me to do that. I'm going to rage out. We're not going to get anywhere in about 4 hours, but whenever I get back home from vacation, I'll probably play it, and you guys can see me.
Are you excited?
No. Wait, for what? For the vacation or for me to play Elden Ring?
Yeah, for the vacation.
Vacation, absolutely. I'm gonna have 2 days where I'm not working. So I
That's
can
always
have...
a good time, huh?
Exactly. Plus, it's gonna be a fun time because I get to see Brantley and Desi and all the other girls, and I can drink if I want to now and not have to worry about somebody judging me harshly for the rest of my life. Yes.
No day but today 82 super chatted $20. When are you two leaving to go to Keem's party?
When are you two leaving to get to Keem's party? Tomorrow I leave around like 7. Well, the flight goes at 7 a.m. Have to go to a different state, and then from that state I go to Keem's. I'll get there around maybe 1. They say that the party starts at 2, but I'm Hispanic, so we're probably gonna get there around like 4 or 5. Maybe 8. I'm just kidding. No. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. Speaking of which, I have my bags packed. Give me 1 second. Entertain the people, sweet tea.
All right, guys. T-Berry says, "Sweet, more a young person. It sucks, but it gets better." I don't know what that means. But I'm not going to the party. I'm not relevant enough for the party.
I don't think
And
it's
plus,
about
you know, I've got
relevancy.
obligations.
Yeah,
I know. I'm just playing.
It's not about relevancy. In general, this is like a very like important party to Keemstar. If you didn't know, Burnley actually got engaged in the last one. Ooh. But yeah, it's not about relevancy.
Seen their
It's just
engagement.
like, you saw it?
I saw a video of it, or maybe it was a picture. I can't remember. They were like on a boat that was docked.
My bags
I could
are
be thinking of
packed.
something else.
I have some sandals. I have these little cubes that make it a little bit more organized. I feel like it's gonna be a fun time. I'm ready to go, and I just need to
So, how long are you staying over there?
how long? I think it's 4 days. I'm staying from the 4th all the way to the 8th.
Okay, so we're not gonna be streaming, but my stream on Friday or Saturday. Yeah, Friday.
You
Or
stream
Saturday.
from... I need to be careful because I'm not wearing a bra.
Right.
You stream from the 4th and the 5th. We're not streaming, like the people that are going. But if you want to stream, completely up to you. Then after that, I think we're doing in real life content, which is gonna be fun.
Okay, will I be like there on the screen, or is it just gonna be you?
I have no idea. The logistics are not really discussed, but I'm pretty sure.
You're just hoping for the best.
Exactly.
Everything will line up.
Exactly. So real quick, we do have my bag here. I do have a couple of things that I'm taking. There are probably some... Oh god, you don't hear any vibrating. Let me just put this away. So
What are you talking about?
what? You didn't hear the
What are you talking about?
vibrating? Okay, never mind. No, you don't need to know. You don't need to know.
I heard something.
Oh, no you didn't. Maui saying, "Beans, who cares? If you don't care, then get the fuck out of here, bitch. What the fuck?"
Yeah, we're the mean girls around here.
But yeah, we're gonna keep talking about the ketchup. I never tried it. I don't think I want to try it. I feel like it will take away life points from me if I do try it.
Yeah, I think that's what the parents at the time were afraid of too.
So it says here that there was an article that came out on yahoo.com. Remember when we used to get our news from Yahoo?
Still do every once in a while. They'll have some pretty obscure news sometimes that they're the only ones that are covering.
So it says here how Heinz limited edition ketchups became a colorful failure. In the early 2000s, if you or your parents weren't easily grossed out, you probably ate hot dogs or french fries with bizarre ketchup that was green or purple in color. They even had a green version that had to do with the whole Shrek thing. I wonder if Keemstar ever tried the green version because he likes Shrek so much.
I know. He should probably collect like all the Shrek stuff. That'd be fun for him to do. But he already collects YouTube subscriber buttons.
That's true.
That's a fun collecting hobby.
So in the 2000s, it first appeared at the low price of $1.79. Jesus Christ. $1.79 for ketchup. That is so cheap. If you go to the store now, you barely see anything less than $5, maybe even 10.
Well, I buy my ketchup for 97 cents at Walmart.
Great value.
So that's pretty high, especially for 2001. That would have been a lot more expensive than the regular ketchup.
It depends. There's some things that are like, I don't know. But it was a failure. It was a failure. Even though they sold about 25 million bottles, it just wasn't adding up. The math was not mathing. Heinz attempted to make a few maneuvers to keep the easy squirt ship afloat. It added extra vitamin C and advertised it heavily on the bottle to offset concerns from families about the artificial ingredients like food coloring being unhealthy for kids. Of course, you see something that is so vibrant in color, I'm pretty sure you don't want to give it to your kids, especially because they were going through the whole, like, red 40, like, yellow dye number 2 type movements.
Yeah, you can't give kids red 40, especially ones with ADHD or, like, autism and stuff, because my doctor always used to tell me that when I was a kid.
Your doctor would say that? What type of doctor
Yeah,
did
it's
you
my
go
mom.
to?
My mom would say that I was hyper because I had ADHD, and they said keep her away from red 40.
Alrighty. Well, we have this article is not that good, so I'm gonna skip over it. We have
Oh no.
Oh, so we have kind of like our own version of the colored ketchup, but instead it's called the pink sauce. Have you heard about this, Sweet Tea?
Oh, yes, of course. That thing was major viral like a year or two ago. And that woman acted so silly.
Whenever anybody would come at her, she would get so mad and she would post about them. I remember.
And she talked so much shit against the people that helped her like package and bottle the stuff. And they like gave her like extensions on her money or whatever that's called. They give you your money early. They gave her money early because she said that she was going to be homeless and all this. And then she like fussed about him and talked shit about him online and said that they stole her sauce and all this. And they were able to prove her wrong pretty fast. But
I heard a little bit about this pink sauce lady. I heard about the pink sauce, but I wasn't super into it. I know a whole bunch of YouTubers, like I think the Augustus guy, the duck guy. I know he spoke about it briefly. He's one of my favorites to look at whenever there's controversy. But the thing that really put me on the whole pink sauce controversy was whenever there was this woman. She sent some of the pink sauce to a lab because there were people with concerns, like the ingredient list didn't match up. They were saying that it was moldy or the color was off-putting. So
that was the initial one that she was sending before she got the manufacturer.
Exactly.
Like, she didn't even refrigerate it. She just put it in the regular old mail, and there was no preservatives in it at that point.
Nope. And so somebody took that, sent it off to a lab, posted a whole video on it, and she got heavily criticized. And I don't know if you know the show Queer Eye that's on Netflix, but one of the
I love
dudes, yeah, it's really fun. But one of the dudes from Queer Eye, he has his own show. I'm pretty sure his name is like it's something weird. It starts with K, I'm pretty sure. Like gosh darn it, now I have to look it up.
Is it the flamboyant one?
They're all flamboyant. They're all gay.
There's one that's really flamboyant, though.
The one that has, like, the long hair and the skirt? No. This is the African-American one. He's more of, like, the soul-searching type. Always telling you, like, advice. Which makes sense why he has his own show now that is all about it. But he brought her on. This made me actually mad. He brought her on his show. And then he brought Karamo Brown. He has his own show. He brought on the pink sauce lady. He brought on the lady.
Yeah.
He brought on the lady that was criticizing, the ingredients, and he made the woman that sent off the sauce to the lab
apologize.
Apologize for what? It was so cringe. And there was nothing that she had to apologize for. That legitimately pissed him off so much. Oh, Maui is saying that dolls should review the YouTube makeup community drama. That would be so bomb. That would be
Oh
so
yeah.
good, and I'm waiting to do that with Glammy because she knows a lot. I was in the whole drama thing when it came to Sean Dawson, Jeffree Star, whenever Nikki Tutorials first came out as trans.
James Charles.
James Charles a big one, and apparently there's more.
Yes.
We have Nikita Dragon that actually got arrested in my state.
Real History explains.
I seen her arrest video.
$18.23. It's R-worded to act like Mike isn't making accusations. If Sweet Tea implications are accusations, then why split hairs saying she is on Fent is a direct accusation? What if CPS came? Red 40 is linked. Look it up, Beans.
Boy, you put so much
Yeah.
in one little TTS. Take it
I
one
agree.
step
That's
at a
how I
time.
feel as well. You know, it seems like because he is so big in this community, he gets to say whatever he wants. But when I even make a slight suggestion of anything, people can turn it into whatever they want to, and I have to sit down and just take it or be called a liar.
I think nobody wants you to sit down and take it. People want you to fight back. Remember when we first had you on Dolls, and that's when Billy came on and you guys were talking about the whole situation.
Apologize to me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why that doesn't... People don't understand, like, it should be done and over with, especially if he apologized for making me feel...
Chatted $9.99. Mame,
Chinese.
kiniwa totemo utsukushii, amayocha, kiniwa josei da. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I'm off to egg a homeless shelter for the Greys.
He's off to egg a shelterless... Oh my god. Off to egg a homeless shelter for the Greys. Why do the Greys want that? But yeah, so I didn't know that the TTS can read Japanese. That's very interesting.
Did it read it?
Yeah, I read it, like, word for word.
Oh, wow.
Stanza for stanza. I don't know.
Alicia with $2. Oh, did I read that right? Alyssa. Sweet Tea, your vape looks like a cheese stick. Okay, thanks, bye. Yeah, I hate this vape. My other one ran out of juice, and I don't want to waste this one, so I might as well smoke it.
That's true. That's true.
I'm upset.
So whenever you first came on that first day, a lot of people didn't like how you just sat there and like didn't fight back or anything. So it did feel like a dog pile, right? Whenever it came to the whole Xylee thing, I think people expected that you would do point by point of like everything that she said, but you thought that it was a nothing burger, like that sort of thing. People want to see you fight back in general, but that's just not your vibe.
Fight on with the Xylee. No, that's not true. Whenever Xylee said that, you know, I was accusing her of doxing or whatever, me and her went on live with Keem, and I think I probably had to go on Rewind too about it and try to explain to her, you know, that I was just felt like it was weird her doing that and her saying that I was accusing her of doxing.
No,
and
I'm talking about
the Billy
recent,
situation.
The recent video, people wanted you to go.
But those are the same things that I've already responded to.
I
and
understand, but I think
even like I could direct people to where to go. Like, go to the episode when me and Billy were talking to Keemstar. Billy makes an ass out of himself. He pretty much says and proves me right with just where he keeps talking and talking and talking. And me and him, you know, apologized. You know, we don't talk to each other much anymore, but we're not mad at each other. And Xylee, you know, I think that she made a huge mountain out of a molehill with that. And I tried to tell her, you know, I was telling the host of Milkers at the time that she asked me, she said, is there any hosts that you think haven't been nice to you? And I said, Xylee, you know, last night she was drunk and she was kissing Zay's ass a little bit, I thought. And earlier in the day she had said that I was emotionally manipulative. So I said, you know, it's funny you said emotionally manipulative when you're being emotionally manipulative now. And that caused her to be like, I'm going to get my friends to find out everything I know and blah, 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 blah. And I just thought, you know, that was a big jump. But Mike's jump from me not showing on his show was way bigger than hers reaction. But I feel like, you know, those are already done and over with.
I think when it comes to the LCU, a lot of people, like, what is the LCU? People come here, and if you're not going to make a fool of yourself, and let's just say there's controversy, people expect a back and forth in the controversy. That's why like so many people like, oh, somebody talked about me on their show, now we have to address it on our show. And then usually there's like things like that. So there's some people in chat saying like, how do you feel about Keemstar pinging you last night about fighting back and you didn't go up there? Because usually a lot of people say that you listen to Keemstar.
Was he on live last night?
No, not on live. He went into main chat and he added you and he was like, I actually have the screenshot right here.
I never seen it. I seen that he tried to call me at like 7 something and I missed it. And I texted him, I said, I'm sorry I missed your, let me see what time difference that was.
So at 7:19.
Because I was taking a nap around that time.
Girl, you always doing something. 7:19 p.m.
I'm a busy woman, I really am.
Go on. He wrote Queens with a W, Weens, defend yourself.
I didn't see it, but he tried to call me at 7:26 yesterday, and I messaged him at 9:02 and said, hey, sorry I didn't get your call, what's up? And he never messaged me back.
Okay,
but,
okay.
you know, if I would have seen it, I probably would have done what he said. You know, I try to listen to Keemstar because I know he is, I consider him one of the kings of YouTube. You know, he really does know how to do things right on YouTube.
But
so,
do you always need Keemstar's like guidance or like direction in order to do something? Like I think a lot of people, whenever
it definitely helps.
It does help, but you know, a lot of people, Keemstar's not going to be watching our every single move, or he doesn't watch every single show. The thing about Keemstar is that like, not Keemstar. The thing about the LCU is that you have to think like Keemstar, right? So whenever there's controversy and it's really juicy and it's gonna make you money or like have eyes on you, especially in the LCU, you have to think like Keemstar and say, oh, I probably should go on, start some more drama, and then some of their followers or, you know, whatever is going to go to my show and see, like, what I'm going to say, or anything like that. Like, sometimes you have to think like Keemstar because he's not always going to be, like, watching over us and puppeteering from, like, the floor, not the floorboards. You know what I'm trying to say.
I didn't think that even Mike would want me on the show after, you know, wishing me dead and all that in the Discord and calling me fentanyl user and all that. That's like burning the bridge completely down.
I mean, you've said worse to me and we're still here. But we have Mike Wazowski.
The fuck?
Okay, not you said worse to me. You've made me feel worse because I thought that we were closer than that. And then, like, I would be, like, very, like, oh, sweet tea, like, by the way. And then you'll be like, you're just trying to bait me. Or, like, oh, you fucking hate me. And it's just like, girl, I've been here since the beginning. If I wanted you gone, you would have been gone a long time ago.
We are being sassy to each other, is why.
Mr. Boom Boom Pal won super chatted $9.99. Sui toti, shuushoku o kangaata koto wa aru, biinzu, deitoni ikanai. Both these questions don't need answers, cool.
Beans. I feel like I'm listening to anime while this thing is playing. Let me actually look up what he's been saying, because now I'm curious.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Where is Google Translate? Google Translate, please. Guide. Some of this looks like Chinese, and then some of these look like... Wait. Some of this is in Korean.
Overlord says, you're dead to me in quotes, as in the hell... Stay the hell away from me as long as possible. Yeah, that's what I interpreted it as. Like burning the entire bridge down with me.
But you
like,
also
why
said
the fuck would you want me on your show? Yes, he said literally. Let me read it again. And he said this more than once about the dead thing. I'll literally get fired and never say sorry, left my ass off. Never. Fuck her. I don't give a fuck if this bitch drops dead live on the show right now. He said, I'll literally get fired and never say sorry.
I think Mike just talks like a little schoolgirl or like a little cheerleader.
So we make exceptions for him and all his accusations?
No. But you can like literally like fight back and it will literally be like really cool because literally we can make so much money.
He doesn't deserve it.
But don't you think that you literally deserve it, sweetie?
I don't know how much clout we be getting from him.
But you never know if you literally don't try.
you're probably right, and I would have went on there probably for Tina and whatever, but
girl, you like
I made my choice
need to
and
think like a content creator, because there was one time I literally tried to get us more money and then you literally fucked it up. So literally we had a whole situation where I said, let's get some new teeth for Sweet Tea, let's fucking go. And literally you were like, bitch, my insurance covers my teeth. And I was like, this literal fucking idiot, like, don't fucking say that on stream. Like, insurance can cover your teeth, but you literally have to like tell people that like you need money so they can donate money, you know?
I know I need money.
No, you're literally like not even getting the point.
I couldn't even afford the fucking temporaries. So
let's get some money for the
I had to
temporaries.
go without.
Let's go.
Yeah, those are expensive, and I don't even know if probably won't be able to get my real teeth for a long time. So I'm gonna have to go without for a long time since I can't afford the temporaries.
Exactly. Now you're getting it. But I did look up what Mr.
That's
Boom
true,
Boom
too.
said with his message. It says, "Sweet Tea, have you ever thought about getting a job? Beans, would you go on a date?"
You know, I can live without a job, thank God. But my life would be greatly improved with a job. And there's not many jobs I can do. I could probably do a sit down job, but I can't type either. So I don't know.
So literally we have LOLCOW trading card game saying, what the fuck, Beans? Scam the viewers? Literally. I'm not scamming the viewers because even if insurance covers it, like she still needs to pay for like probably some aftercare stuff. So literally I'm not even joking. Plus like maybe I can get like some new teeth. I already have my teeth, but I want to get Invisalign and I don't have insurance.
Really?
Yeah. Have you ever heard people in the chat saying that I look like I have no teeth whenever I talk? That's
well,
because
I haven't, but
yeah,
I
I'm
have noticed
insecure
that.
when it comes to my teeth. When I was growing up, I would always like just talk in a certain way that you can't see my teeth. I don't
I would do that
smile.
too.
Yeah, I don't smile with my teeth. I don't know how. I think there was one episode where I literally could not smile with my teeth. I even tried to get directions from people using these super chats. I grimace at people whenever I smile with my teeth. It's just I don't know how to do that.
Isn't me smiling
So literally
with my teeth?
literally, I need Invisalign because whenever I was younger, I had a bad habit of like probably being on the passy for too long or sucking my thumb. So I have a little
I was
bit
on the
like
passy till I was 5.
I have all my teeth and they're pretty good. You see right there. I need Invisalign. So can we literally get the fucking super chats up so I can
They're
literally get my
expensive,
teeth
too.
straight?
That's so cool that they can just like put a mold on your teeth and they just like move into place even though they've already grown. Like that's incredible to me.
Overlord, gosh darn, how many literally must we hear? You're literally being so fucking dramatic. Don't you think that I know how to act certain ways, and that's why Mike found me so desirable? He wanted me on Milkers, and he wanted me on Queens at some point, but I just can't get the energy up like that all the fucking time. Literally, I'm 25 years old, and I don't want to be with those literal, like, casket cases all the fucking day. So dead score with the 5, like OMG,
More like basket cases.
Jesus, like you missed like an opportunity, like LMAO, good stream, ladies. Literally, thank you.
Thank you, Desco. We're the girly girls today.
Literally, I could be just like this all the fucking time. I just don't want to.
Wouldn't that be fun?
No. I would want to.
No?
I would want to jump off of a bridge.
Oh no.
So
y'all want to see some
no, that's the thing. When it comes to being a streamer And being a content creator, sometimes you do have to act certain ways, or you could act certain ways, but you just don't want to. I could literally be a doll like this all the fucking time, and I would annoy the shit out of people, and I could just be like Becky. Me and Becky were like this. She was my manager at some point, and she did give me some tips, and maybe people would be more engaged if I did talk like this, but I just don't want to. I would annoy the crap out of myself, literally. I could be like Trisha Paytas, and we can literally just have conversations like we're girly girls all the fucking time. Or
yes, let's do it.
Brantley had to come in here and say, ew, knock it off.
Oh no, it was cute. I loved it.
You love ew.
Yes,
no,
we can act
not.
like girly girls. I've always wanted to be a girly girl.
Absolutely not. Or you can try to do a lot of fan service. So you could come over here and you can say, hey, I'm really excited for tomorrow. I get to go over to Brantley's house and CD is going to be there. And we're going to have a cute day. And I wonder what's going to happen afterwards.
Oh my god, yes, Beans!
No,
yes!
Absolutely not. God, it was awful too. Exactly. Gross. Exactly. I can gross you guys out in multiple ways.
Dude, that was so cute.
Cute? It's not supposed to be cute, sweetie. It's supposed to be sexy. But yeah, we were supposed to talk about ketchup, but I'm pretty sure I'm moist like a bottle of ketchup. Okay.
And chunky. Like a bottle of ketchup.
Why is your ketchup chunky? I don't want to hear. But we were talking about pink sauce. I got some sauce in my pink, if you know what I'm saying. So the pink sauce creator wants to move on with her life after the downfall.
Look at my cute little Bulbasaur piggy bank I saved ever since I was a kid. I got it from a yard sale when I was like 5, and I've always kept it. I don't think it's worth anything, but it's nostalgic.
You never took it out of the box?
I've taken it out of the box and put it back in a couple times.
Okay, that makes more sense of how messed up the box is. So...
And I've also had it for like... What is that? 5... I'm 28.
You said since 5, so wouldn't it
20,
be like...
23 years?
Mm-hmm. We can math here. The math
Jesus.
is mathing.
I can't believe I'm getting that old.
I mean, 20, that's the thing that I had to struggle with, thinking that 25 is old. But you talk to somebody who's like in their 60s and they're like, you're a baby still. You're so young. You have your whole life ahead of you. And I'm like, I'm going to die soon. But
yeah, that's what my mom's always telling me.
Mm-hmm. Wait, there's a video. Oh, is there a video? There's not a video. It's an article. I don't want an article. I want to just watch something. So
yeah, she went on a couple tirades that we could have watched, maybe.
Yeah. So Pink Sauce Lady, she was sending things through the mail, not refrigerated, no preservatives. Obviously, very, very bad idea. Some people were getting sick because of this, allegedly.
Yes.
Dude,
we should have showed some of the pictures. Let me look some up and send them to you.
They were different colors. That's the thing. We're talking about colored ketchup. At least the colored ketchup would be the same color every single time. You're talking about a sauce. You're talking about a sauce where sometimes the color would be very pink, and then other times it would be like a very like nude. But if the color is inconsistent,
or like a tan, gray. I've seen those.
People thought that the pink sauce would be more consistent when she got an actual manufacturer. I think she sold the rights to a manufacturer. She was expecting a lot of money. It wasn't as much as she thought, or she blew through it all. And then she wanted more money. That was another controversy she had. And, you know, you saw the pink sauce in Walmart, and then people were taking pictures of these sauces on the shelf, and they still weren't the same color.
Yeah, I seen them on my shelf at our Walmart, and like they literally didn't sell them. They were all.
You might say it's a good day to drown. I'm off to sip pina coladas and pretend I'm drinking beans because I'm thirsty.
Oh, you're very thirsty.